children. Welcome to grade 5. This is your English class. Today our session is about grammar. Before getting into the topic, let me show you one picture. Children, can you tell me one sentence for this picture by connecting the girl and dog? Yes, the dog belonging to Shia is so big. Do you know any better word to say it, children? Yes, instead of saying dog belonging to Shriya, you can simply say Sia's dog. This form of noun is called possessive noun as it shows something is belonging to someone. Today we are going to study about the topic is possession. Let's see general rules to form possessive nouns. Rule number 1. To change a singular noun to a singular possessive noun, add s after the singular noun. I repeat once again. To change a singular noun to a singular possessive noun, add s after the singular noun. For example, the name of my friend is Jimmy. I repeat the question. The name of my friend is Jimmy. We can write my friend's name is Jimmy. I repeat, my friend's name is Jimmy. Children, remember, it doesn't matter if the singular noun ends in s already. For example, the hair of Chris is brown. I repeat, the hair of Chris is brown. Can written as Chris Harris Brown. Chris Harris Brown. Now, rule 2. To make possessive form of plurals ending in s, just add apostrophe after the plural. I repeat, to make possessive form of plurals ending in s, just add apostrophe after the plural. For example, the brother of the girls is short. I repeat, the brother of the girls is short. Can be written as the girl's brother is short. I repeat, the girl's brother is short. Let's check out another example. The parents of my friends were invited for the party as well. I repeat, the parents of my friends were invited for the party as well. This can be written as my friends' parents were invited for the party as well. I repeat, my friends' parents were invited for the party as well. Now, rule 3. To make possessive form of plurals not ending in s, add apostrophe s after the plural. I repeat, to make possessive form of plurals not ending in s, add apostrophe s after the plural. For example, the mother of the children is pretty. I repeat, the mother of the children is pretty. Can be written as the children's mother is pretty. Once again, the children's mother is pretty. Children, you have to remember that the possessive form of nouns can be only used with people and animals. Once again, that the possessive form of nouns can be only used with people and animals. It cannot be used for things. It cannot be used for things. For example, we can say friend's car. We can say friend's car. We don't say car's seat. We don't say car seat. We say seat of the car. We say seat of the car. So, possessive form of nouns can be used with people and animals. It cannot be used for things. Now, we are moving to quick revision. The possessive form of nouns show something belonging to someone. The possessive form of nouns show something belonging to someone. We make use of an apostrophe to show possession. We make use of an apostrophe to show possession. What is the first rule? For singular nouns, use apostrophe s. For example, lion's den, uncle's umbrella. What is the second rule, children? For plural nouns ending in s, only use apostrophe. For example, the sailor's boat, baby's cries. What is the third rule? For plural nouns not ending in s, use apostrophe s. For example, women's songs, men's dance. Children, are you clear with this topic? Now we are moving to the book exercises. Page number 28 and 29. Now, exercise A. Rewrite the phrases using possessive nouns. The first one, the main of the line. I repeat the question. The main of the line. The answer is the line's main. The answer is line's main. Second one, the gun of the soldier. I repeat, the gun of the soldier. Here, the answer is the soldier's gun. I repeat, the soldier's gun. Third one, the bread of the baker. I repeat the question. The bread of the baker. Answer is the baker's bread. I repeat, the baker's bread. Now moving to the fourth one, the speech of the minister. I repeat the question. The speech of the minister. Answer is the minister's speech. I repeat the answer. The minister's speech. Now fifth one, the song of the cuckoo. I repeat, the song of the cuckoo. The answer is the cuckoo's song. I repeat, the cuckoo's song. Now sixth one, the neck of the giraffe. I repeat the question. The neck of the giraffe. The answer is the giraffe's neck. I repeat, the giraffe's neck. Seventh one, the house of the lady. I repeat the question. The house of the lady. The answer is the lady's house. I repeat the answer. The lady's house. Eighth one, the lamp of Aladdin. I repeat, the lamp of Aladdin. The answer is Aladdin's lamp. I repeat, Aladdin's lamp. Now, ninth one, the apron of Agnes. I repeat the question. The apron of Agnes. The answer is Agnes' apron. The answer is Agnes' apron. Tenth one, the knife of the cook. I repeat the question. The knife of the cook. The answer is the cook's knife. The answer is the cook's knife. Next one, exercise B. Change the nouns to their plural forms. Then rewrite them using possessive nouns. Let's see the first one. The army of the king. I repeat once again. The army of the king. The answer is the king's armies. The king's armies. Second one, the dress of the lady. The second one is the dress of the lady. The answer is the lady's dresses. The lady's dresses. Third one, the crown of the queen. I repeat once again. the crown of the queen? The answer is the queen's crowns. The queen's crowns. Fourth one, the chair of the pupil. I repeat the question. The chair of the pupil. The answer is the pupil's chairs. I repeat the answer. The pupil's chairs. Fifth one, the helmet of the rider. I repeat once again. The helmet of the rider. The answer is the rider's helmets. The rider's helmets. Now moving to the sixth one. The toy of the baby. I repeat the question. The toy of the baby. The answer is the baby's toys. I repeat the answer. The baby's toys. Seventh one. The canvas of the artist. I repeat once again. The canvas of the artist. The answer is the artist canvases. The artist canvases. Eighth one. The pen of the author. I repeat the question. The pen of the author. Answer is the author's pens. The author's pens. Ninth one. The shoes of an athlete. I repeat the question. The shoes of an athlete. The answer is the athlete's shoes. I repeat the answer. The athlete's shoes. Now, 10th one. The hammer of a blacksmith. I repeat the question. The hammer of a blacksmith. The answer is the blacksmith's hammers. I repeat the answer. The blacksmith's hammers. Now, exercise C. Rewrite the sentences by inserting apostrophes correctly. Let's see the first one. The dancers' costumes are in their rooms. The answer is the dancers' costumes are in their rooms. The apostrophe comes at end. Now, second one. Dennis' shirt is torn. The answer is Dennis. The apostrophe comes at end. Now, third one. Privier's car is red in color. The answer is Privier's. The apostrophe and then S. Now, fourth one. The lawyer's file is on the table. The answer is lawyers. The apostrophe and then S. Fifth one. John's boat is broken. The answer is Jones. The apostrophe comes at N. Sixth one. The three clowns' acts were funny. The answer is the three clowns. After S apostrophe. Now, seventh one. The actress watches are in his locker. The answer is the actress. Apostrophe S. Now, eighth one. The bird's nests are full of eggs. The answer is the birds. After S, we use apostrophe. Ninth one. Tiger's eyes are shiny. The answer is tigers. After S, we use apostrophe. 10th one. The children's games were interesting. The answer is the children's. Apostrophe S. Now, exercise D. Rewrite the sentences by changing the nouns from singular to plural and placing the apostrophe correctly. Make other necessary changes. Children, already one is done for you in your book. Now, we are moving to second one. The attendant cleaned the teacher's desk. The answer is the attendants cleaned the teacher's desks. Here, I changed the singular to plural and placing the apostrophe correctly. Now, we are moving to the third one. The cook's apron is dirty? The answer is the cook's aprons are dirty. Now, fourth one, the car's tire is flat. The answer is the car's tires are flat. We are moving to fifth one. The lady's bag is full of chocolates. The answer is the lady's bags are full of chocolates. Sixth one. A tiger's sense of sight is sharp. The answer is the tiger's sense of sight is sharp. Moving to the seventh one. A snake's body is flexible. The answer is the snake's bodies are flexible. Now, eighth one. The child dreams of visiting his cousin's house during his vacation. The answer is the children dream of visiting their cousins' houses during their vacations. The ninth one. The mouse's tail got caught in a trap. The answer is the mice's tails got caught in traps. 10th one. A lion's mane makes it look majestic. The answer is the lion's manes make them look majestic. Children, I hope you are all clear with this topic. Shall we move to the next topic? Yes. Now we are moving to chapter 5, subject and predicate. Children, we know every sentence can be divided into two parts. One is subject and another one is predicate. I repeat once again, sentence can be divided into two parts. One is subject and another one is predicate. For example, you and I are learning about sentences. I repeat once again, you and I are learning about sentences. Here, you and I formed complete subject. You and I formed complete subject. The following words are learning about sentences formed complete predicate. The following words are learning about sentences are formed complete predicate. You know that a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. It begins with capital letter and ends with a full stop, question mark or an exclamation mark. Children, the complete subject has noun, pronoun, noun phrase. I repeat once again. The complete subject has noun, pronoun, noun phrase. For example, Nikki plays football. Here, Nikki, noun is subject. We are going out for dinner. Here, we, pronoun is subject. My mother's name is Anu. Here, my mother's name, noun phrase is subject. The sentence may also have an object. The object of the sentence comes after the verb in the predicate. So, the sentence may also have an object. The object of a sentence comes after the verb in the predicate. For example, Meghna washed her car. Here, washed is verb. Then, her car is object. In a sentence, the subject is a person or a thing that does the action. In the same sentence, the object is a person or a thing that receives the action of the subject. For example, Radha plays tennis. Here, Radha, the subject is a person. Then, tennis, the object that receives the action of the subject. So, Radha is noun, place, verb and tennis is object. Then the object answers the question what or who. For example, the girls played well and won the trophy. Here, trophy gives the answer to the question what, and this is the object of this sentence. The predicate is that part of a sentence that tells what is said of the subject. Children, let's see how to identify the subject in the sentence. To identify the subject in the sentence, we ask who, what before the verb. I repeat, to identify the subject in the sentence, we ask who, what before the verb. The first sentence, for example, Pigu is playing in the garden. Here, when we ask who is playing, the answer is Pigu. In the sentence 2, when we ask who swings, the answer is the monkey. Then, in interrogative and exclamatory sentences, the subject comes in the middle or at the end of the sentence. To identify the subject, ask who or what before the verb. For example, what a beautiful day it is. This is exclamatory sentence. Next one, what is the national park called? It is interrogative sentence. In the first sentence, beautiful day is subject. The second one, the national park is subject. But in imperative sentences, the subject is not mentioned. It is understood to be you. For example, keep quiet. You keep quiet. You is subject. Stop the car. You stop the car. You is subject. Now we are moving to second part, predicate. The predicate is that part of a sentence that tells what is said of the subject. The complete predicate includes verb or verb phrase plus all the words after the verb. I repeat, the complete predicate includes a verb or verb phrase and plus all the words after the verb. For example, Ram, the tailor, is stitching my dress for the fancy dress competition. I repeat, Ram, the tailor, is stitching my dress for the fancy dress competition. Here, is stitching is a verb phrase. Is stitching is a verb phrase and all the words that follow the verb phrase along it form the complete predicate. So, all the words that follow the verb phrase. What is the verb phrase here? Is stretching. So, from is stretching my dress for the fancy dress competition or complete predicate. Predicate tells us about the subject. It always contains the verb. Now we are moving to book exercises. Page number 31 and 32. Exercise A. Circle the subject and underline the predicate in each sentence. Children, in your book, you have to circle the subject and underline the predicate. But here, I gave in yellow color words are subject. The red color following the subjects are predicate. Let's see the first one. Santi plays tennis. Santi plays tennis. What is the subject here? Santi. Because who plays tennis? Santi. So that is subject. Now, second one. Have you eaten the chocolate ice cream kept in the fridge? Have you eaten the chocolate ice cream kept in the fridge? Here, you is subject. The following words are predicate. Now, third one. The rivers flow down a mountain. I repeat once again. The rivers flow down a mountain. Here, the rivers is subject. Following words are predicate. Then, fourth one. I have to throw away all those books. I repeat once again. I have to throw away all those books. Here, I is subject. Have to throw away all those books or predicate. Fifth one, the picnic was cancelled. The picnic was cancelled. Here, the picnic is subject. The picnic is subject. Was cancelled or predicate. Was cancelled or predicate. Sixth one, you must climb the ladder carefully. You must climb the ladder carefully. Here, you is subject. Must climb the ladder carefully. The following subject are called predicate. Must climb the ladder carefully is predicate. Now, we are moving to seventh one. The sun shone brightly through the clouds. I repeat once again. The sun shone brightly through the clouds. Here, the sun is subject. The following words shone brightly through the clouds are predicate. Now, we are moving to eighth one. On the chair lay his sweater. I repeat once again. On the chair lay his sweater. The subject is usually placed at the beginning of the sentence, but in some case the subject may also be at the end of the sentence. In this sentence, they gave subject at the end of the sentence, his sweater. Now we are moving to the ninth one. My cousin's favorite game is hockey. I repeat once again. My cousin's favorite game is hockey. Here also the subject at the end of the sentence. Hockey is subject. Now 10th one. My neighbors go for morning walks every day. I repeat. My neighbors go for morning walks every day. In this sentence, my neighbors is subject. All the words which are following the subject are predicate. Go for morning walks every day is predicate. Now we are moving to 11th one. Have you finished your homework? I repeat, have you finished your homework? In this sentence, you is subject. Then 12th one, she went to the library after school. I repeat once again, she went to the library after school. Here, she is subject. Went to the library after school is predicate. So children, in your book, you have to circle the subject and underline the predicate. So here, which is given in yellow words are subject. Words which are in red color are predicate. Now we are moving to exercise B. Complete the sentences with suitable subject. In your book, they gave dashes for each sentence. So, you have to write correct subject in that sentence, children. Let's see the first one. This pillow belongs to my grandmother. But in your book, they gave dash belongs to my grandmother. Here, this pillow is subject. In that dash, you have to write this pillow. So the answer is this pillow is subject. Moving to the second one, milk and oil are nouns that cannot be counted. I repeat once again, milk and oil are nouns that cannot be counted. In the sentence, subject is milk and oil. Third one, Samir won the 100-meter race easily. I repeat, Samir won the 100-meter race easily. Here, Samir is subject. Fourth one, the library is a place where you can read books. I repeat, the library is a place where you can read books. So, in this sentence, library is subject. Now, fifth one. The Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan. I repeat, the Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan. Here, Taj Mahal is subject. Now, sixth one. Ted is fond of swimming. I repeat, Ted is fond of swimming. Here, Ted is subject. So, children, in exercise B, only you are going to complete the sentences with suitable subject. Only subject on the dashes. Now, exercise C. Complete the sentences with suitable predicate. Here, only suitable predicate to complete the sentences. Let's see the first one. The Statue of Liberty is in America. I repeat, the Statue of Liberty is in America. In this sentence, the Statue of Liberty is subject, is in America is predicate. Now, we are moving to second one. The gardener is tending to the rose bushes. I repeat, the gardener is tending to the rose bushes. Here, the gardener is subject, is tending to the rose bushes is predicate. Third one, our trip to Kodaikanal was a good one. I repeat, our trip to Kodaikanal was a good one. In this sentence, our trip to Kodaikanal is subject, was a good one. Was a good one is predicate. Now, fourth one. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is my favorite fairy tale. I repeat, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is my favorite fairy tale. Here, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is subject, is my favorite fairy tale is predicate. Is my favorite fairy tale is predicate. Now, sixth one. A snake is a reptile often poisonous in nature. I repeat, a snake is a reptile often poisonous in nature. In this sentence, a snake is subject, is a reptile often poisonous in nature is predicate. Now, seventh one. Emily is my best friend. I repeat, Emily is my best friend. In this sentence, Emily is subject, is my best friend is predicate. Now, a small recall for you children. A complete sentence has a subject and predicate. A complete sentence has a subject and predicate. The complete subject has noun, pronoun, noun phrase. What are they? Noun, pronoun, noun phrase. Then the sentence may also have an object. The sentence may also have an object. The object of a sentence comes after the verb in the predicate. The object of a sentence comes after the verb in the predicate. The subject in a sentence names what or who. The subject in a sentence names what or who. Then complete predicate. What are complete predicate? A predicate is that part of a sentence that tells what is said of the subject. The complete predicate includes a verb phrase plus all the words after the verb. I repeat, a verb phrase, all the words after the verb is called predicate. Children, I hope you are all clear with these topics. Do all this in your grammar book. I will see you in my next video class. Thank you, children.